Thank you. I'm not going to take a lot of time because obviously we have broad agreement. I want to congratulate all three of you for achieving that. And also note, just picking up on something Mr. Waltz said, that's not unusual in this area. It's really not. We doubled spending on veterans under President Bush. We continued on exactly the same trajectory under President Obama. This has been an area where we've traditionally worked together. It's interesting to me as an appropriator. Last year, the only bill across the line in time and with a strong bipartisan vote was VA Milcon, and they're being marked up later this week. And so that process will begin again, and my guess is we'll hopefully get there again. I actually, in the course of this, thought all the debate was very legitimate. I actually voted for your amendment, Mr. Walsh, on the floor. I have a considerable number of federal employees, but I thought the bill was so important. I obviously voted for the total bill to be moved over, and I'm glad all three of you remained engaged and came back to us with a product that is genuinely bipartisan and generally will move us in the right direction while I agree, protecting important constitutional protections for a workforce that 99% of whom really do care about this. My dad was a career, as we've talked about before, career master sergeant in the Air Force and spent the last 12 years of his life in veterans facilities with Alzheimer's, and he got exceptional care from the men and women that looked after him. And we are, as a family, forever grateful that obviously they were there, and frankly that the country kept its commitment that they'd made to him and to our family when he was in uniform. I'm just very proud of that, and proud of the United States for doing, we all in Congress hear our fair share of complaints, and that's legitimate. I never upset when somebody's calling my office to tell us something's not working out. That's our job to try and fix it. But I think sometimes we forget, again, how many things we do right. And I always tell people at town halls, we spend more money on veterans, not than any country in the world, than every country in the world combined. And I don't begrudge that. That's because that's how strongly this country feels about the men and women who, and it's an all-volunteer force, step forward to offer themselves to serve as the shield of the republic. So to see you come together and make sure we honor our commitments as a Congress, this speaks very well of all three of you. And I thank you very much for your excellent, excellent work and look forward in a very contentious age, at a very contentious time, to something this week that we will all be voting on in vast numbers together. That'll yield back, Mr.
Chairman Cole, thank you very much. The gentleman from New York.